Welcome back to Vlogmas. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this layered puff vinyl shirt. If you're not subscribed to my channel, do that now. Head over to Cricut Design Space and we are going to type our text. I am using the text Varsity and my text will say Merry Christmas. As you can see, this first letter has an outline on it. That is your capital letter. If you don't want that outline, you're going to be using lowercase, and that's what we're doing here. Now we're going to size our text to the size that we want it. For me, I am using a small adult shirt. I'll use about 9.5 inches. That's what I usually do, but you can make it as big as you like. Now we're going to go to the top. On our toolbar, you'll see the curve button. I am going to curve my lettering. That's how I want my design to look. And you can curve it as hard as you'd like to. This is where I want mine to be. So this is good for me. Here you see me selecting the word and ungrouping it because I want to space my letters so that I can outline them and the outline won't touch. If you're okay with your outline touching, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to change anything. Once I space my letters to where I want them to be, I am going to highlight my text again, go to the top and click Offset. Here I'm going to make sure that I have the square offset because my letters are square, and then you're going to make your offset as thick as you want it. For this project, I have mine at 0.069 and this is perfect for me. Now we have our offset. You can see it in gray. But we are wanting to make it so that it is more of an outline. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to hide the offset. We now have to weld this original text together so that it could be one single layer. If it's not a single layer, you will not be able to slice. Now we're going to unhide our offset, select everything and hit slice. You'll notice on your toolbar on the right, you'll now have a slice layer as well. This is going to match your offset. Delete that one, you don't need it. And now you can see that your original text fits perfectly into your offset layer. But because I live for a visual, I'm going to change the colors of each layer just so you can see it better. I'm going to change our original text to red and our offset to green. Now we are going to type the word Christmas because I want it to say Merry Christmas. So I'm going to change the font on this. And I want it to be a script font. And I have one that I had saved from the font. And it is called The Smile. I love this text so much. And I think it would go perfect. Just to make sure I'm going to like the colors that I selected on the color shirt that I chose, I like to pick like a square or some shape to put behind the text and the color of the garment that I'm going to be using, just to make sure that I'm settled on the colors of vinyl that I'd like to use. Now that I know that I'm satisfied with this, it's time to cut. We're going to get rid of the shape that is behind our text, and then we cut. For this project, I'm using this Make Market brand from Michaels. As soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to make something with it, and a t-shirt is the perfect project. I have some green puff vinyl. It'll be linked in my Amazon storefront. And this white puff vinyl, also linked in my storefront. I did decide against the white and went with the black because I just thought it looked better. Do not forget to put your HTV shiny side down so that you can cut correctly. Now it's time to weed. Okay, now it's time to press. I got this sand colored shirt from Michael's for $3. I like to wear neutral colors, so I thought it was perfect. Before placing any vinyl on the shirt, I like to press out as many wrinkles as possible. I like to press it for about 20 seconds or so. This works best for me. I have my heat press set at about 285 degrees. I've knocked out as many wrinkles as I can and it looks good to me. So now I'm going to go ahead and place my vinyl on the shirt. The good thing about shirts that are folded at Michael's is that they have these lines in them that are kind of like a guideline, and it does kind of help for you placing your vinyl. I'm just going to match it up here, make sure it's level the way that I want it to be, and I'm going to line up my middle letter with my tag. Because this is puff vinyl, we want to make sure that we have the highest pressure possible on our heat press. And you want to leave it down for at least 20 seconds. You should have the perfect puff on your vinyl. There shouldn't be any wrinkles or anything. And here's a close-up of how that looks. Very nice, no wrinkles. Now we're going to place our plaid vinyl. You want to make sure that you have this perfectly aligned in the middle of your puff vinyl. You don't want it to be laying on top. So put it inside perfectly, as perfect as you can. Warning. This is a cold peel vinyl, and I did have to learn the hard way, but you want to make sure that you peel this away slowly after you let it cool down. Last but not least is our black puff vinyl. We're just placing the word Christmas where we want it to go. And then we are pressing on maximum pressure for 20 seconds. And again, you should have the perfect puff on this vinyl. No creases. And now you have the perfect gift to give to a friend or a family member. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it encouraged someone to do something amazing with their Cricut today. I'll see you guys in the next video.